Okay, welcome back here from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. As you can see, I'm standing here in front of the Portal Maya. It's the end of the year, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you have seen also other videos that talk about how to come back in 2026, how to make 2026 the best year of your life. I'm trying to make it a bit different, I hope. I didn't prepare much, but let's go with the flow. So there's many people here enjoying their Christmas days, vacation, celebrating New Year. Don't be one of them. Don't waste your time in life. You have to stay focused, reflect back on this year. When I reflect back on this year, a lot of things happened that I never expected to. So if you know my story, as I always also say, I had the best times of my life in the Philippines in 2023. At the same year, what happened was I failed with the freelance business. I was forced to travel back home. I went from the best times of my life to the worst. And then 2024, I would say, I always said 2024 was the worst year of my life. Because that was like where I was in the monk mode the most. Also, the financial struggles continued from 2023, at the end of 2023. So the financial struggles continued in 2024 for the first 6, 7, 8 months, you know, before some little changes happened. I was in monk mode, and but looking back now to this time, like I miss those times, honestly. You might say, look at this, you know, nice beach. I'm in Mexico, nice food, nice women. Honestly, I don't like it here too much. I'm sure there are other great places in Mexico. I mean, it's not awful, obviously. But I miss those times where I was in monk mode in Germany at home, you know, where the time, the luxury, or took the sacrifices to work on myself and work on my goals, my dreams. At some point, I was like, okay, I should be fucking grateful that I have this opportunity, that I have this time to work on myself, on my goals and dreams. Not everyone has this. Most of you are stuck in a 9 to 5. Most of you work a job that you hate and you waste most of your hours. And I was like, okay, despite the financial struggles and all the sacrifices, the isolation that I went through, I should be fucking grateful. But then you get to a point where you come to places like this, or you dream of coming to places like this all the time, and you take all the sacrifices, the risks. You hustle, you work on your business, and then you're here. And to be honest, it's not that fulfilling, man. There's more out there. But let me tell you, when I was in the Philippines, that was different. There was a different vibe. I miss those times. So let's plan on making some new goals. So you need to have that masculine urge, that drive to come back in life. So whatever you're going through right now, maybe you hit rock bottom like I did 2.5 years ago. But there's something, or look, you have to ask yourself, what if it really happens? So there were those moments where I was visualizing myself after coming back home from the Philippines, stuck in Germany, from the, again, best times of my life to the worst, the financial struggle, the isolation. There was a crazy life that I lived in the Philippines. And overnight it changed again to the worst. But I was there, like, working out and working on myself and trying to figure out what I want to do next. And then I did those visualizations where I visualized myself, like, with open arms on a rooftop in the Philippines, like my comeback, right? Like making an Instagram story, Facebook story where I come back, celebrating my comeback on a rooftop with a nice swimming pool with open arms. It didn't happen in the Philippines, but it happened here. That's crazy. And I wasn't planning on doing it here in Mexico. So even if you visualize, even if you have your goals like visualize in front of you, it might never play out as you have planned. But if you want to be able to come to places like this, travel, be a digital nomad, expert, work location independent, whatever it is, don't go the easy road. Don't go on these silly platforms and apply for some stupid jobs. Don't be a normie. What it takes is to build real skills. You need to learn valuable online skills. I'm not like listening them out. I'm sure if you watch this video, you have seen plenty of those videos. But what I did as a mistake, for example, or not even a mistake, I don't want to say it was a mistake. For sure it was some time waste, but I learned my lessons. Like those 2 years where I was in monk mode. And I don't want to say that type of monk mode that I did was the best or most efficient. But I think it was necessary. But what I did was trying different things out, different business models, and then figuring out what I can do what fits the most. I had some type of urgency to go back to the Philippines as fast as possible, and that's a mistake. And when you go through that phase, you will confront yourself with yourself, and you will figure out that you have many limiting beliefs. When I was learning, let's say, YouTube faceless channels, or that course business models, or sales, whatever it was, there were so many negative limiting beliefs coming up on how can I make it happen, how does it work, because like my main skill is video editing. That's the thing that I did, and that's the thing that I'm doing right now. But when I was trying to learn this new stuff, I had no idea like on how to start with it. But don't limit yourself because of this. There's competition everywhere, everything is saturated. But if you know you can be the type of person, you will find ways to make it happen. And also should ask yourself, what type of a person are you? Are you trustworthy? Do people trust you? Do people want to hang around with you? And what type of people, what quality of people? Most people are, let's be honest, most people are fucking weird. They have no sense of self-awareness, low IQ. They're snakes, you can't trust them. They don't even know themselves, most people. So whatever it is, you need to have some character development. And I think the self-improvement advice out there these days is the best. Like when I compare to a couple of years ago or something. Like I was consuming a lot for sure the last 2 years. So it is that type of work that you have to do. Because at the end, if you want to reach out to people, if you want to work with people, if you want to find those jobs, if you want to find the right clients to make the money, you have to be someone that is likable, that is cool. And listen, like I'm not the best at this, but it still works, you know. And I'm also working on this, but because I think this is the best way to work your way up, you know. Be a higher level person yourself. So all those beliefs and all these worldviews and opinions and habits that you have, that day-to-day life that you live, all that shapes your identity, all that shapes or determines the person that you are. And you have to figure out, is this the way? Did this type of person that I am help me to get there where I want to be? Or like, am I on the right track or not? So you have to do some big reflection as well. Look back at this year. What went wrong? What went good? Okay, let me get closer here to the water. Looks amazing. Let's enjoy this view. But trust me, as I said in the beginning of the video, I still miss those times where I was in monk mode, in isolation, and had the opportunity just to work and improve and make more out of my life. You're here and this stuff gets also like old and boring. There's more to this place that I feel like I don't want to stay here forever. I mean, it's not horrible or awful or so. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have to work on and you have to work on for the upcoming year. I think at the end what gives you true fulfillment is always the urge to get to the next level or work on something new. Most importantly, work on yourself and see or find out your true potential. What I want to do next is visualize something new. Like I said also in the beginning of the video, where I was visualizing myself with open arms on a rooftop. I want to do something new. And let's see where it takes me next. And also for yourself, I did in the past a video about visualization, the Self-Alchemy of Sam Owens. Check that out. It's super powerful. Practice that. I'll link it down below, yeah? You can check it out. But yeah, I want to visualize something new, something different this time. I have also some goals and plans for the next year. And this stuff, now that I'm here, or that I achieved this next step in life, gives me more confidence and, you know, more determination to do more. And yeah, I have now also more hopes or understand that this is possible, this is real. Because when I was back home in Germany, after I was in the Philippines, there was also a lot of doubts coming up. And if I can do this, will I ever be here again? I mean, I took that feeling with me, those experiences. I also have a lot of videos that I was like looking up daily just to get inspired again, just to have this feeling of this lifestyle, you know, of being in the Philippines or like traveling again and enjoying the freedom instead of being stuck in a 9-to-5 like a slave. But you know, also weird, yeah, at this point I'm not scared or worried if I have to go back to a 9-to-5. I was even thinking about it recently, like just go back to Germany, regroup, restart again, and do something else, do something bigger. But meanwhile you can support your life with a 9-to-5. I'm not scared, honestly. At this point I have trust and confidence in myself that whatever it is, whatever it takes, I can come back, I can do this, I can live this type of lifestyle. But I also think it's a good mindset to have. It doesn't sound weak. It doesn't come from desperation or neediness. I mean, I guess you can't get rid of the neediness and desperation, because you always have like something in mind that you want to achieve that you don't have. But don't be scared. Honestly, don't like. I'll go back to 9 to 5 job and just show and prove you that it's possible. I will go back home later. I don't want to waste too much time right now with this, because I was thinking a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking, should I build now the YouTube channel? Should this be my main focus? But for me at this point, and also with my age, it's too much of a risk, and YouTube these days is different. But if you have the real motivation and the real inspiration for YouTube, then you should go for it. I have other things in mind, and I will go back home later and reflect again on this year, what I could have done better, what's planned for next year, what do I want to visualize for next year. So do some shit, make some big moves, and then you can be in places here like this. I mean, maybe you will like it here. There's also like so many other places in the world which I hopefully discover. Or to be honest, I don't like traveling from one place to another place too much, but you know, there's other stuff that I want to see this following year. And also when you reflect back, I don't want to say, or like you don't want to phrase things negative, okay? So when I look back at those 2 years in Germany, I don't want to say I wasted them, because now looking back, I kind of miss those times. But yet they had the opportunities, you know, to have the freedom or the luxury to work on certain things. But yeah, it's all about making big moves, taking some risks, and not hoping everything will go smoothly by just, you know, working slowly or step by step. There has to be stuff that scares you. There has to be stuff that takes you outside your comfort zone. And I feel like I'm here, outside of my comfort zone. This is more pressure than in Germany. In Germany, I felt like I'm outside of my comfort zone, you know, in that monk mode bubble. I felt like I'm outside of my comfort zone, but being here triggers way more stuff that is inside me that I wasn't aware of in Germany. It was more like sacrifices in Germany, you know, and letting life pass by me. But here, it feels like I'm more challenged. And being at this place, working with some creators, doing some stuff here, I feel like I became more aware of certain stuff that I wasn't aware of, and that is the thing that will take me to the next level. So I have new challenges to overcome. I will go back now home, reflect, as you always should do. But yeah, I was super unhappy in Germany, because it felt like too much time was wasted and it was too long. I never expected to stay stuck there for 2 years. I don't want to waste another year, to be honest. I don't want 2026 to be something like where I regret and then saying 2027, yeah, I wasted another year or something. It's a weird feeling to have, despite living in a place like this, being a freelancer, traveling, working, location independent. Not super location independent, but you know what I mean. It's something different here. Okay, I think I rambled and talked too much. Let's end this video. I started this video here and I'm gonna end this. So yeah, I see you all in 2026. Let's go.